Hello viewers and welcome. It's FTSE o'clock. It's time for our regular weekly look at what's going on with the FTSE 100, where it might be heading next. Now, looking at my screens, what's been going on this morning, we are pretty flat at the moment, trading 7630, down just a smidgen. Let's actually have a look at that on the charts to see what's actually been going on, because it's a bit more bumpier than that this morning. Let's just flick that switch. There we go. That's what's happened this morning. We can see it kicked off 8 o'clock. That's that bar in there. This is a 15-minute chart. We had that sort of overnight downpull there, and then actually it's put in a little bit of a recovery, stopping around that pivot line there, which is what we said at the moment. Currently trading about 7635. Bit of noise there, done its work so far in that first half an hour or so of trading. Looking a bit more encouraging from what it was, like I say, at the start of the day. Now, let's go through our regular analysis. What's been driving the UK 100 for the month of September so far? And it's really the usual players over there on the left. Finance, the big boys like HSBC, Barclays, Lloyds. Got some distributions there. Glencore there, so the commodities company. One of my favourite sectors for the last few months in the UK stocks has been this one here, electronic technology, especially Rolls-Royce and BAE Systems been doing very well. Down there in communications, Vodafone, bit of a recovery. And then we've got health stocks like GSK, AstraZeneca, also putting in a good performance. The big losers, looking at this lot, we've got up there, that's online betting, Flitter, some entertainment stuff. What have we got? Diageo, drinks sector not looking quite so good, and process industries there also not so good. But basically, well, over the course of September, it hasn't been a bad month considering for the FTSE 100, especially at the start when people were writing it off completely. It has made, despite all the interest rate ups and downs and indecisions and where's it going next, it hasn't done too badly. Just picking on some sectors now to highlight where the ups and the downs are coming from. Starting on the top left, we got automobiles, doing pretty well there. Travel and leisure industry and a bit of a turnaround. Maybe people just want to go on holiday now. But picking up there, the oil and gas energy sector, unsurprisingly, that's doing well globally, not just in the UK. Software and computers, very strong there. To the downside, we've got insurance, a big sector in the UK, down. Telecoms, although we've seen Vodafone improving, still on the way down. Personal goods, down, and beverages, companies like Diageo, also suffering. So a bit of a mixed bag, and probably why it hasn't been a great performance when you're comparing it to other indexes like the S&P or NASDAQ, but not too bad. So let's get into some charts. Let's actually start with this guy here, longer term action. What's been going on? Weekly chart. Let me just do some colouring in for you before we kick off and get that 2 standard deviation regression band on there. There we go. Right, so you can see Fibonacci levels on there at the moment. Well, the big takeaway here is to see how the FTSE has traded in with that 2 standard deviation regression band at the bottom of it, and also on that Fibonacci 0.7300 sort of zone in there. A lot of price action noise there. So is that support for possible move up to the top of that band, which would be 8,500? That would be pretty amazing. That's new highs. Or is it more around about the 8,000 where it's peaked in February, struggled to get through? We can see that really is the psychological round number to the upside. Indicator wise, we got the awesome oscillator looking positive. The long term Lagur RSI starting to warm up as well. Volatility still pretty dull and flat there at the moment. So overall, with that trend, I know we've seen a short-term pull-off, bit of a recovery in September, only a small one. Maybe weak bullishness at the moment, just based off the charts there. And then for some shorter-term price action, we've got the 4-line break chart looking for reversals in either direction. It's mixed signals here at the moment. Upside wise, maybe looking to go in pretty soon, actually, at 7640 area. Down the other side of that, that's the up one, and then the down one, let's call that around 7595 for a breakdown further south using the line break chart there. And into my favorite Renko charts, longer term look, 35 point block size there, and immediately my eyes drawn to that double top there around 7750 sort of zone number, and the treble touch there on that Fibonacci line, key Fibonacci line there at just over 7200. So that looks a great range for the FTSE 100 at the moment. The indicator of the bottom stochastic is bearish, modified DMI looking bullish, so pretty neutral there. We need it to get through that 750 area to try and test those highs, like I said, we saw earlier in the year. And then we're looking at 8300, 8400 failure, as we've seen just then, down to that 7200 bottom of that zone, that Fibonacci line, and then below that you're talking 7000, and then 750. And focusing in a bit more detail, shorter term, I've narrowed the block size down on the Renko chart down to 15. We've seen that nice trend just breaking down through there at the moment, hovering around the 7600 Fibonacci line. We got that double top we saw on the bigger chart, longer term chart, broken down almost into a quadruple top there, and also that noise there, 700, 7750. Said shorter term upsize 7900. Let's round that up there, 7950. Downwise, we got the Fibonacci 7540, 7550. The next key Fibonacci 7400, and then down to the bottom where that could prove area of support. We got 1-2 touches there over the last few months around about 7200. Bad conditions bring it down there, maybe for a bounce or a further move down, but at the moment it's neutral, weak, bullish at best. Probably worth checking out the other indexes as well, ones like the S&P, NASDAQ 100, see what's going on there. Interest rates probably going to be knocking it in either direction as we still try and work out where we're going with those as well. And local factors in play as well in terms of the industries and markets that dominate the FTSE 100. But summary for the FTSE 100 for the rest of the week ahead, I'd say looking at best weak bullish, but still pretty neutral. So there you go. That's the FTSE 100. Double header of energy analysis coming up for you also today. 11:30 we've got WTI crude oil, then 1 p.m. that's all UK times. We've got a quick look at nat gas. So I hope you can join me there. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up if you've liked the video, and also hit the bells and subs button so you get notification of content and warnings of these events, live streams coming up, so you don't miss any of the price analysis action. So with that, thanks for tuning in, and I hope to see you later today.